bell rang, sending a rush of students pouring into the crowded hallway. Katie weaved through the chaos until she spotted Rez shutting his locker. She changed direction and walked straight up to him, her expression serious. Rez turned, surprised to see Eddie's little sister looking so intent. "Katie, what's up?" She kept her voice low and glanced around to make sure no one was listening. Katie asked him point blank what he thought about Eddie getting a perfect score on the aptitude test. She just couldn't wrap her mind around it. Her brother, the only one in the entire school, maybe even in the school's history. Rez nodded slowly, his face tightening with confusion. He still remembered the old Eddie, barely staying awake during tests. Now this. Katie stepped closer. "You were in a band with him. Be honest, did he practice like crazy over the summer? Like a ridiculous amount?" Rez let out a short, dry laugh. "That's what I figured too. After we kicked him out of the band, I assumed he'd been grinding non-stop to get that good. But now you're telling me?" Katie cut him off, shaking her head. "That's what is so odd. He never even unpacked his guitar. We spent the whole summer helping Mom settle into the new apartment after the divorce. I would have noticed if he was playing every day, but he barely touched it." Rez's expression shifted from confusion to real concern. None of it added up, the sudden guitar skills, the perfect test score, and the way Eddie carried himself now. It was like someone had replaced his old friend with an entirely different person. "Something's not right," he said quietly. "Something happened to him this summer, and he's not telling anyone." Further down the hall, Eddie was closing his locker when Sarah Kensington approached with a warm, easy smile. She tucked a strand of hair behind her ear as she spoke. She invited him to a small acoustic night at the Hideout the following weekend. Nothing fancy, just a few locals playing. A bunch of them were going, and she wanted him to come too. Eddie felt a genuine spark of excitement he hadn't experienced in decades. He accepted without hesitation. Sarah's eyes lit up. She asked what kind of music he usually played. She was clearly interested. Eddie told her mostly originals, though he still did a few covers. She seemed genuinely impressed and said she'd love to hear something he wrote. As she walked away, Eddie watched her go for a moment, a small, real smile on his face. For a few precious seconds, everything felt possible. But when he turned the other way, he saw Katie and Rez standing together further down the hall, both of them watching him with the same serious, questioning expressions. His stomach dropped. The new life was shining brighter every day. But the old life was beginning to ask questions that were getting harder to answer. And Eddie was starting to feel the walls slowly closing in on him. If you're enjoying Eddie's journey, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. That way, you won't miss what happens tomorrow morning. Believe me when I say, you're not going to want to miss episode 17, The Hideout. Sarah is starting to fall for Eddie. But the closer she gets, the harder it becomes for him to hide who he really is. How long can his secret survive when the hottest girl in school wants to know the real Eddie?